Hi everyone, I'm Jim and welcome to the review of Always Outnumbered, Never Outgunned, the first studio record by the band The Prodigy. Today we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the record, so I decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. I've already reviewed almost all the Prodigy records, so go check those videos out. The only album I still have to review is The Day Is My Enemy. That review is going to come out next year for the 10th anniversary. When it comes to my story with this band, if you have seen the previous reviews, you know it. Basically, my siblings would listen to this band all the time when I was like 2, 3, 4 years old. It was like 24, 23 years ago, and they would play me their music. At the time, I was a massive fan of the first The Prodigy record, Experience. It's my favorite to this day, especially the songs Weather Experience, Fire Sunrise version, and Rough in the Jungle, in the Jungle, in the Jungle, in the Jungle, Rough. So yeah, that record was fantastic. Then The Prodigy released Music for the Digital Generation, and that one was amazing as well. And then The Fat of the Land in 1997. Actually, those first three The Prodigy records will always be my favorite because there's something about them, you know, the atmosphere, the beats, they just cannot be topped. So after The Fat of the Land was released in 1998, Liam, the founding member of The Prodigy and the one who does all of the music by himself, started writing a new record, and he had some troubles finding the motivation to do so. So years would pass and no new music would be announced. Then in 2001, 2002, they would play a couple of new songs like Trigger for example, and also they've released a single, Baby's Got a Temper. That's a fantastic song, but it had a negative reception from music critics and some of the fans. I don't know why, because I was there when that music video and song dropped, and while I was 5 years old at the time, I didn't understand the music video, you know. I saw it at night, it was just some women, some cows, milk everywhere. It was weird for sure, but I was like happy because the song was very similar to Firestarter. It even had the same sample. So yeah, I did enjoy it, and I actually didn't know about the controversies or how people basically despised the song. That thing was like unknown to me. And then in 2004 this record dropped, and I remember that because my sister brought it on the release date home, so we actually listened through it. And at the time I did enjoy it, but I felt like it's not the same. I was like 7 or 8 back then, but I was like, yeah, it's fun, but let's come back to Experience and those previous records. So that was my first impression of Always Outnumbered. The lineup on this record is Liam Howlett doing all of the music, keyboard, sampling, guitar, bass. He did most of this record in one program. Propeller had Reason. So he did almost all of the music in Reason, then mastered it with Pro Tools. That's nice. And what is sad about this record is that all of the other band members, Maxim Reality and Keith Flint, rest in peace, they are not on the songs like at all. They do not sing. As you can see here, they are on the bonus tracks, but if you buy the standard edition, they are not on the record. Same as on the first album, Experience, which was just Liam only. I felt like they would have much more bigger role on this record, because on The Fat of the Land, Keith Flint was like on 2 or 3 songs, Maximus on 2 as well, so it was so weird seeing this record without them. Instead we have guests on every song, mostly women, but also the retarded brothers from Oasis, Liam and Noel Gallagher are here. I would just say Oasis to spite them. Oasis, bleh. So yeah, even Jim Davis comes back, but only on one song. He did the guitar work on the previous record, The Fat of the Land. He was the guitarist of Pitch Shifter. Kool Keith is also back on 2 of the songs. You might know him from the track Diesel Power from The Fat of the Land. The album did sell well, but not enough for the label, so after the compilation album, Their Law from 2005, the Prodigy was dropped from the label and they had to find a new one. So yeah, standard thing, fuck the labels. Let's move on to the production on this record. The production is tight, it's clean but heavy, no loudness or no clipping, just the way I like it. You can hear every beat, every detail in this song clearly. Yeah, the vocals are mixed, great too. Message, well, message is diverse. The songs mostly have no meaning, like for example, Wake Up Call is about waking up because you have to play live tonight, so basically you're on tour. Girls is about women, You'll Be Under My Wheels, yeah, again something about racing. Hot Ride, Get Up, Get Off is probably about sex, who knows, like, I truly don't care and nobody cares because even the band doesn't care, no one cares what the songs are about, you're just here for the music and cool vocals, but mostly the music. So yeah, the instrumental work on this album is fine, you know, Liam is using lots of different samples, cool beats here and there, structure of the tracks is just mostly basic, you know, standard intro, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro, it looks like that. Sometimes it's slightly different, it has more repetitions, less repetitions, and that's it. When it comes to the music on this record, it could be described as rave, electronic, breakbeat, etc. So yeah, let's rate individual songs. Let's start with one of the singles with a music video, Spitfire, which features two women, Natalie Appleton and Juliette Lewis, on the vocals. And I remember this track, remember watching the music video on MTV. It was so much fun. I feel like the music video version was like 2 minutes shorter, like it was 3 minutes long, but this one on the record is 5 minutes long. I must say that I do love this song. It has power to it. The beat goes hard, love all of the cool instruments in the background, the vocals, Spitfire, doom, 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 doom. You know, it has that old school Prodigy vibe to it in some parts, but it kinda also sounds like something new, like the band is now different. So that's how I always felt about this track. It's a banger, 10 out of 10. Girls featuring Pink Punk Bitches. Now I have a strong opinion about this song. Back in 2004, when the record was released, I hated this track. I would always skip it, I don't know why. I just hated the vocals and the beat for some reason. But after 20 years, that changed. Like nowadays, I actually do enjoy this song a lot. It's not a complete banger, because while I do enjoy the intro, then the main beat, boom, 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 and the verses, the chorus is fun as well, but that short break or bridge, like around the middle part, you know, it slows down. I don't like that part at all, I would remove it, but everything else is on point, even the vocals, which I do enjoy. But yeah, this is the Prodigy song that I'm like, wow, this is not a 10 out of 10 banger. What happened, dudes? 9 out of 10. Memphis Bells features Princess Superstar, and now we're back, fam, we're back. This song is perfect. I love the samples, the cool beats, the eerie melodies. Like, it has a slight nu metal vibe because of the eerie melodies and the bells. Doom, 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 doom. The bells, so weird, so cool. Classic song, one of the better ones on this record for sure. 10 out of 10. Get Up, Get Off, featuring Twista, Shaheen Badar, or however you pronounce that, and Juliette Lewis. This is probably my favorite song on the record, because I love the energy it has. It slightly reminds me of the Fat of the Land, but in a more modern setting, because of the cool rapping by Twista, he goes hard. The singing by the women is beautiful, I love it, and the eerie break at the end is just so good, so good. Every single part of this song goes hard. This should have been a single with a music video, that's for sure. 11 out of 10. Hot Ride features Juliette Lewis. This actually was supposed to be a single and was released as a single, but the music video was cancelled by Liam because he did not enjoy it, but you can watch it online on YouTube, so go check it out. I feel like the music video was okay, should have been aired, like no problems with it. Going back to the song, I feel like this is the third best track on the record because it has energy, it has punch to it, the beat goes hard, the vocals very beautiful, yeah, cool slide guitar riffs here and there. I actually forget to talk about the guitar on this record because half of the songs do have guitar riffs, which is quite nice. 10 out of 10. Wake Up Call features Louise Boone and Kool Keith, the dude from Diesel Power, and this is another fantastic song. It has energy, it's straight to the point. I love the beat, the weird telephone ringing in the background. Cool stuff, like every section here slaps. 10 out of 10. Action Raider features Dirt Candy and Louise Boone, and wow, this is the Prodigy song which I hated when I first heard the record. Like, I would always skip this song. I was like, this is boring, the vocals aren't that good. And after 20 years, I finally do understand this song. I do enjoy listening to it, but it's the second weakest track here. Like, that's for sure. The vocals, the weird half screaming, half singing, it's fine. Louis is great as usual. Dirt Candy could have been better. The beat, it has that old school hip hop vibe to it, and I do enjoy it, but those vocals and just this song, there's something wrong with it, so it's just great, nothing more, nothing less. If it were up to me, I would probably remove it from the record because it's not on the level of the other songs. 8 out of 10. Medusa's Path. This is an instrumental piece and it reminds me of the video game series Sam, The First Encounter. It has those vibes, you know, those Middle Eastern vibes. Love the riff and the beat. I just wish the song was slightly shorter because over 6 minutes, that's a little bit too long. I would just trim it down to like 4 minutes. That's my only complaint here, so yeah, this is a beautiful song, 10 out of 10. Phoenix featuring Matt Robertson. Oh boy, this is the worst song on the record. Like, I don't know why is this here. The beat, it's fine, I do enjoy it. The vocals could have been better, like Matt Robertson, he's not great in this song, like I would cut him out of the track. Yeah, so this is just good, you know. I'm actually very disappointed in this song, and back when I was like 8-9 years old I would always skip it because why would I listen to it? But nowadays I'm older, I don't skip stuff, I'm like, yeah, this is fine, it's good, could have been better. If it were up to me, I would also remove this song from the record. 7 out of 10. You'll Be Under My Wheels featuring Kool Keith. Now, this is probably the most recognizable track from the record because it was featured on Need for Speed Most Wanted video game, which I've played a lot back in 2006, 2005, and those were the golden years of life, you know. You're just a small child, you don't have to pay taxes, you don't have to find work, you don't need money to survive, you're just like, yeah, video games, yeah. And now I have depression and I'm barely alive. sorry. Trauma dumping. Going back to the song, it's a banger, I love every single second of it. It's my second favorite track from this album, like it's fun, it reminds you of those old school times. 10 out of 10. The Way It Is features Louise Boone, and this is basically a reimagining of Thriller from Michael Jackson. It has the same beat, even the melody, and I do enjoy it. It's not a perfect song, could have been better, but for what it is, it works. Like, it's way better than Phoenix or Action Raider. 9 out of 10. And the final song on the standard edition, Shoot Down, features Liam and Noel Gallagher, the assholes from Oasis. Love the intro because it's from the song Trigger from 2002, which was unreleased for some reason. And well, maybe this is just a new version of that song. And the brothers, like, they do fit the song. This is probably their best appearance in music because the song slaps. Like, it's great, it's not perfect, too many repetitions on the vocals. Bang, 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 shut it down, bang, bang, bang. So it goes like that, and it's fine, you know, I do enjoy it, again, better than Phoenix and Action Raider. 9 out of 10. Now let's talk about the B-sides, bonus tracks, basically songs that are on the Japanese edition and the singles. So More Girls is a new version of Girls. This one is important because it features Maxim on the vocals, so finally we have him on a song from this record. And this version, it's way different than the original one. It's more darker, more gritty, more heavier, I would say. And I do enjoy it, but I don't know why, I just prefer the original. Maybe because I've heard it more times, who knows. This is still a great song, don't get me wrong. More Girls, it's, yeah, great. 8 out of 10. Who You Foolin'. So I thought this was a new song, but it is not. It's like a weird remix of Get Up Get Off, or maybe it's the first version, who knows. It's just good. It's nothing great, nothing special. It does its job. I guess it's slightly better than Phoenix, but not as good as Action Raider, so 7 out of 10. Under My Wheels original mix. This one sounds completely different than the version that you can hear on the record. Like, there are no vocals. There's just a weird Middle Eastern melody in the background. It's slightly slower, it has a different vibe, I must say. I still do enjoy it, it's a weird thing to listen to, so if you haven't heard it before, go check it out, it's quite nice. 8 out of 10. Hot Right El Bato remix, so I might annoy some people with this statement, but this is just Hot Right, but with a worse mix and with Keith Flint on the vocals. And he doesn't sound great here, if I have to be honest. He just sounds good. Like, the woman Juliette Lewis on the original song sounded way better than him here. Sorry, that's just the truth. So I don't enjoy this mix at all. It's an average thing. I would always skip it whenever it comes up. So 5 out of 10. Spitfire Future Funk Squad Dogfight remix. So this one is actually quite nice. It's not perfect, I feel like it's slightly is dragging down a little bit. It's too long, you know, 6-7 minutes, something like that, and the beat is very slower and calmer. But I do enjoy the new melodies this remix has, and that's basically it. So it's just good. 7 out of 10. And Girls Rex the Dog remix. Now this one, I love the new stuff they've put into this remix, but too many repetitions, it's too long, so it's just good. 7 out of 10. Spitfire Nightbreed mix. Now this one, well, it's very weird, if I have to be honest. The quality, the production is like awful, but the beats are quite nice. So yeah, because of that production, it sounds like some demo from 1991 or something like that. So, but the music was okay, so I guess 6 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable and the flow is fitting. Replayability, yeah, it's an excellent record. I do enjoy most of the songs here, but I also feel like this is not the same The Prodigy as it was before. This sounds like a different band or artist that has some bits and pieces of that 90s The Prodigy thrown in. Here and there, like here and there. The soul is almost there, but not quite. But I do still enjoy those songs. This is actually quite a weird record, because when The Prodigy released Invaders Must Die in 2009, they've changed their style so much. They became like this hardcore, very heavy band with nostalgia thrown in, you know, those old school melodies here and there. So they sound like a completely different artist now from 2009 to this day. And the 90s Prodigy sounds like the 90s Prodigy, like it's one entity. Then we have the second entity from 2009, and this record is like in the middle of that. It's not quite there yet. It's not like Invaders Must Die, but it's not also The Fat of the Land or something like that. It doesn't sound like a sequel to The Fat of the Land. It sounds like a completely new thing, like Liam is just trying new stuff. That's fine, I do enjoy this record a lot. Highlights on the standard edition are Spitfire, Memphis Bells, Get Up, Get Off, Hot Ride, Wake Up Call, you'll be under my wheels and shut down, whatever. The worst songs, yeah, Phoenix, Action Raider, we would actually benefit from losing those songs because the album would be shorter. When things are shorter, they're more memorable, at least that's how I feel about music. If it's like 30 to 40 minutes, I'm happy because I don't want to waste time and I want to focus, so I don't want any average tracks on the record. But now, let's move on to something interesting. You probably did not expect this, but here it is. B-sides from 1994 to 2007. So let's talk about the songs I forgot to talk when I reviewed The Fat of the Land and Music for the Digital Generation, but also let's talk about all of the B-sides from Always Outgunned from 1998 to 2003, and also songs that the Prodigy released in 2005, 2006 and 2007. So let's start with Razor and Back to School. Both of these songs were featured on the compilation album from 2005. It kinda seems to me like those might be the B-sides, from Always Outgunned, like from 2003, 2002, because the production is much more raw and the music is also heavier and more interesting. That's just my opinion. So let's talk about Razor. This is a remix of the song Razor from Keith Flint's punk band. So go check out the original track, which is nice, but this remix, this Prodigy version, blows out of the water the original. Like, this is a banger. This is one of my all-time favorite The Prodigy songs. I love the beats. It has that old school The Fat of the Land vibes to it. The melodies, Keith Flint's vocals are fantastic, full of energy, it's intense, it's straight to the point. I love everything about this song. I know that I'm repeating myself, but it's true. The beat, the melody, the vocals, the structure of it, everything slaps. If you haven't heard this song, you have to go listen to it right now. If this one was done in 2003 or before Always Outgunned was finished, I have no clue why it's not on the album, because it would be the best song on the record. 11 out of 10. Back to School, this one is not perfect, but I prefer it over like 3 or 4 songs on Always Outgunned. This one truly has that old school vibe to it, cool beat. That's all, check it out, it's nice. 9 out of 10. Wake the Fuck Up. Now this is a song that was released in 2006. I don't know if it was written after the 2004 record or before it. It kinda sounds like after, because some of the beat and the melody reminds me of Spitfire, but like heavier and more angrier. It has that vibe to it. This is also a great track. Go check it out. It has no vocals, but it's fun as hell. 9 out of 10. Ghost Town. Now this is a song that was released on a compilation back in 2002, and it's like it has some melodies from some old school songs, stuff like that. It has that western vibe to it. I do enjoy it a lot, the dub influence, the beat, just everything about it. It's not perfect, but I still prefer it over Phoenix and Action Raider. 8 out of 10. Baby's Got a Temper. Now this is that single from 2002 that people hated, but I must say that I still love this song. I've listened to it today a couple of times and it's a banger. It's very gritty, it's very dark and evil sounding. The lyrics are stupid, I don't know what Keith Flint was thinking about while writing this shit, but the vocals slap, the music is even better. I wish that this single was actually a success, because maybe then the newer The Prodigy record would not sound like that, but instead it would be darker and heavier, because it feels like after releasing this single, like they were scared of writing very dark music, so instead they went into a more positive vibes, because nothing on Always Outgunned sounds very heavy or like, dark and evil. It just sounds like an electronic record with some cool melodies. So yeah, Baby's Got a Temper, great track, 10 out of 10. First warning, now this is probably a track from 2006 or 2007. I don't actually remember, but it sounds amazing. I love the beat, the melodies, just everything, 8 out of 10. Now let's talk about the 3 songs that the Prodigy would play live between 2000, 2003, 2004, and for some reason they were not included on the Always Outgunned album. The first one is Trigger. This is the first version of Shut It Down, and I do enjoy it. It has the same intro, it has a more of a cool guitar riff in the background, at least that's what you can hear from the live versions on YouTube, and yeah, I wish this one was released. I would love to hear it, how many changes it has from the final version on the record. So yeah, it's just a great song, 8 out of 10. Nuclear, this one, well, it's great. I love the guitar riffs in this one, the beat, the melodies, the vocals, how every band member is screaming on it. It's really fun. Wish it was on the record. 8 out of 10. Frequencies, now this is my favorite unreleased song from the Always Outgunned sessions. The live version goes hard. I love the vocals, the beat, the melodies, just everything about it. Like, it's almost perfect to me. I just wish we could hear it in a better quality. 9 out of 10. No Souvenirs. Now this is a song that is unreleased, like it's apparently from 2000 to 2003, that era. It was not released, but a Uncle remix was leaked online in 2007, so this is the remix of that song. And I do enjoy it. It has a very cool Middle Eastern vibe to it, very magical sounding melodies, the beat is quite nice. It's a chill out song and it's fun. 8 out of 10. And now let's talk about the 3 unreleased The Prodigy songs from the 94 to 96 era, so like, you know, between the first and the second and the third record. So Gabor was basically played live in like 95, 96. Apparently this was supposed to be on the Music for the Digital Generation, but it was replaced with The Hit, at least that's what I've heard, and well, it's fun, it's heavy, love the vocals on the live version. You can actually listen to this one online because on YouTube there's this cool The Prodigy Live from 1996, and they close the set with this song. So yeah, Gabba is good, it's nothing special, but it's old school The Prodigy, so it's nice. 7 out of 10. Now let's talk about Rock and Roll. This one has very cool guitar riffs, the beats, the melodies, the vocals. I wish they would re-record this song because it has potential, like, it has it. That's true. 8 out of 10. The Devil Inside of You. This was apparently first played in 1993 live, and it's like a bridge between Experience and Music for the Digital Generation. It has that heaviness of the digital record, but the melodies of the previous one. It sounds like that, and I must say that it slaps. The recording on the YouTube has a very low quality, so it's hard to hear anything, but from what I've heard, this is a banger, and I wish we could hear a studio version of this song. 9 out of 10. And now let's talk about the 3 remixes that were released in 2004-2005, that era. Smack My Bitch Up Sub Focus remix. Now this one slaps. I love the new additions, the new melodies. Yeah, it's fun. 8 out of 10. Voodoo People Wonder remix. Now this one is weird. It's like dubstep before dubstep existed. It has that whoop 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 dub sounds in it. Love it, just love it. It's a fun remix. Could have been slightly shorter because it's also way slower than the original song. 8 out of 10. And Out of Space Audio Bullies remix. Now this is the worst remix I have ever heard of a Prodigy song. Like, what is going on here? It sounds like someone is shitting in my ears. Like, the samples just don't match. The song just has no flow whatsoever. Whoever did this shit, you don't deserve to mix The Prodigy. Like, don't remix The Prodigy ever again. This is the worst The Prodigy remix. Whoever did this one, what the hell is wrong with you? So yeah, we're ending on a bad note, but that's just how it is. 3 out of 10. So yeah, the consistency is various, flow is rough in the jungle, replayability is rough in the jungle, score is rough in the jungle. This basically does not exist. This is not a record, this is just me trying to find all of the B-sides I've missed, and that was all I found and listened to. And I did enjoy most of those songs. If it were up to me, Always Outgunned would look differently, you know. Instead of Action Raider and Phoenix, I would just put Razor and Back to School on the record. And if Wake the Fuck Up was written before 2006, then I would put it on the album as well. Same with First Warning and Frequencies. Those songs are great. Yeah, I enjoy them a lot. The Devil Inside of You, I want to hear a new version of that, or just a studio recording, because maybe it exists, who knows. So that's all from me. Celebrate the anniversary by spinning this record today. It deserves your love and attention. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in my other videos, do MIDI covers, reviews. Next year I'm reviewing The Day Is My Enemy, the last record of the Prodigy that I haven't reviewed yet. I can't wait to do that because that one has some crazy good songs and some not so good. So yeah, can't wait for that. Stay tuned and bye!